we speak their language. We don't just recite Delaware code or GDPR clauses. We explain what it means for their product, their fundraising, or any contractor agreement. And Juris Summit is all about delivering clarity, speed, strategy at the point where founders need it more.
Hello and welcome back to the Superlawyer YouTube channel. We are delighted to welcome Ms. Priyanka Mandhani ma'am today. Ma'am is a seasoned corporate lawyer and company secretary and a visionary founder of Juris Summit. With a robust background in India and US legal systems, she specializes in crafting legal strategies, corporate compliance, contract negotiations, etc., that align with business goals. Today, we dive into her journey, approach to legal precision, and insights on navigating legal complexity. We welcome you, ma'am. My name is Anshi, and I work as an associate with the Superlawyer team. At Superlawyer, we showcase inspiring journeys of legal professionals, offering valuable insights and motivation to our readers as they navigate their own legal journeys. Thank you so much for being with us, and I'd request Divya ma'am to please continue with the conversation. Thank you.
Hello and welcome, Priyanka Mandhani. It's an amazing privilege to have you here. Hope you enjoy our conversation. I'm Divya Divedi. I am the team lead at Superlawyer, and as Anshi already explained, that this is what we do for, I would say, greater good. Hopefully, we'll be learning a lot from you today, and in return, we'll only be able to promise you that you'll have a lifelong and very good collaboration with us where we can and you also can reach out to us. The basic format we already had explained, but today I really want to bring it up for the learners so that they understand why we bring these interviews. And you being one of the promising attorneys who's right now in Germany and working there, I will start backwards. I'll not start with the very first question, why you chose law, but I would request you to answer first why and when you decided to start Juris Summit. What was the reason that you started it so soon? What are your plans? How are you going to work on the cross-border business laws? And what do you see and where do you see yourself and Juris Summit in next, let's say, 5 years and a decade?
Sure. So, thank you so much, Divya ma'am and Anshi, for such a beautiful introduction. And I'm so thankful and grateful for all Super Lawyer team for bringing this opportunity to me. And yes, I'm looking forward to collaborate with you people and also to give guidance to all the newcomers who are wishing and willing to start their career in international platform. So, yeah, there are some things like we said we get it out of WhatsApp chat. So, me and my partner Sohan, we met in a WhatsApp group, like in a freelancer group. And at that time, back after 2 years, we have started our individual freelancing journey. So, we individually found that startups, they struggle, particularly startup, they struggle a lot because there are two things. First thing is, particularly I'm talking about US startups. The United States law firms, they charge a lot. I would say $800 per hour and even beyond that. So I was like, what is this? Why are they charging this much? Of course, they provide services and they do everything that needs to be done. But we also are authorized to do that and we can also do it in a lesser price. So that was the first point. And the second point, startups, they want everything fast. They approach any lawyer or somewhere that give us template, we will do ourselves. And in that template, the alignment of business, the clauses, they are not properly as per their business. They are not aligned with their business. So these are the two things which I felt that I need to bridge a gap between this thing. So at that time, I had a talk with Sohan. Sohan, this is the problem. We need to fill it out. So he said, so let's go, let's build an agency, then let's work together. And I said, yeah, let's do it. Why not? And then without a second thought, it was just like bam, out of a WhatsApp chat, we set up an agency.
Amazing. See, this is how it works. When you just decide and do not give a second thought, that shows how confident you are about your work, and not only work, it's about the network as well. Amazing journey, amazing start. So let's now get back to the basic. How did you become convinced that you have to do law as well as company secretaryship? And with this kind of dual qualification, how did you pave your way towards not only being a Indian lawyer, but also a lawyer who's internationally acclaimed and who has moved to Germany and working from there?
So the thing is, I wanted to become a chartered accountant, firstly. So I started my journey back then. I've cleared my CPT, and after that, मुझे कुछ समझ भी नहीं आ रहा था क्या हो रहा है. But suddenly, in that period of time, my interest was very much into law. Then I thought of the professional course of company secretary. And without second thought, again, I enrolled myself into company secretary. And successfully, I've completed everything in first attempt. And side by side, as this is a law field, I also enrolled myself for LLB course, 3 years course. So I've also completed my LLB, and fortunately, in the last year of LLB, I've topped the university, Swami Ramanand Tirth Marathwada University. So this is how I wanted to prepare myself fully. And after all these things are done, still I felt like something is missing. Then I found courses like US corporate laws, then diploma in international business laws, and that thing fascinated me. I said, I want to do this. I want to set a remote practice for me. I wanted to do this thing. So, without again any second thought, I enrolled myself, and today I'm here that I can work from Germany with US law firms, and not only US, all over the world. I can work with every country's client.
What a fascinating journey of being so empowered and being able to decide anything in one go. It's amazing, absolutely amazing and fascinating journey you have had. So, with all these things which you decide on a first go, what kind of experience do you have of the transition that you have done from traditional legal practice to starting, founding, and running a specialized legal agency, which is right now catering mostly to international clients, particularly in US? Like you already have explained about startups. How is your experience about the agency and how does it work for you and your partner? And the kind of challenges that you see in having Indian laws, having international laws, and their comparison. How does that work for
Yeah. I would start with the traditional law firms in India or wherever we can say. So at the law firm, I had access to predictable environment and consistent staff support was there. Then we had a particular library where we can read and where we can update ourselves. But mostly there was domestic clients. There was Indian timelines, as you must be aware of, then billing expectations, and so all these things were somewhere I feel they are keeping me down. They're setting up boundaries for me. So when I started a legal agency, these were not the things. There were challenges because time zone and communication, these two are biggest challenge when we start a agency that is 100% remote and which deal with international clients. So we have staff, obviously we have staff, and what we do is someone between us is always awake at US time zone so that we can grab all the opportunities, so that we can reply to all the clients. And even if he is not there, what we do, because we use technology, right? We have to use technology. We set auto replies to that particular person. In that way, we don't push that client. We can't talk right now, and it's not our time zone. This is how we work. So even if there is any urgent matter or something, because we see clients that want something within 24 hours, within few hours, and we actually do that. We don't say we can't do this. This is not a timeline to deliver everything. Nothing like that. We will do everything. Someone from us will have to do that, and we have set our agency like that only. So these are the challenges, timeline and communication. So talking about communication, recently we had a client from Saudi Arabia, and I personally had to deal with him. So first time I didn't understand what he is talking. His accent was so difficult to understand, but thanks to the notes we take, whenever we start a meeting, on the other end, we start taking notes. So, thanks to all these things, thanks to technology, that we understand these things. So, these are the challenges we overcome, and that's how it works.
Wow, explaining these things in itself shows how and with what intent you have overcome these challenges. This shows that the kind of work that you're doing is getting more and more reach, and that is something which is the value addition to your work at Juris Summit. So,
Yeah.
the kind of driving force that you, your partners, and the people who work with you have, what kind of gaps or insufficiencies or legal issues you have seen in US business laws as compared to Indian business laws, and the kind of observation that has helped you overcome those challenges and help US companies or businesses have their legal work done with you?
Okay, so I mentioned this before that for billing, US firms charges a lot. So this is the first thing that we wanted to fill the gap, to provide services and at a lower price than the US law firms. The second thing, obviously, about the DIY route, template from online platforms and Reddit forums they get. So these are the gap Juris Summit set out to fill. We offer a third path, responsive, startup savvy legal support delivered by us. Like, we are experienced, we have experienced team, and at a cost that makes sense for early stage companies. I'm talking particularly here about early stage, because businesses which are already set, normally they don't hesitate or they don't struggle this much. So we focus on flat fees, not an hourly basis, surprising billings and nothing like that. Scope defined engagements and what we call it legal sprints. So founders know exactly what they are paying for. So for example, what if there is a review document with us? We have to review that document. We make sure we provide another document, that we just don't review it and tell him that these are the findings and these are the loopholes that we need to fill and these are the liability clause and everything. Not like that. What we suggest from very first clause, to try to understand in a simple language. We make a document and we write it in a simple language, clause to clause, that you should know what you are signing. So this is our approach, to make him understand everything. We speak their language. In short, I can say we speak their language. We don't just recite Delaware code or GDPR clauses. We explain what it means for their product, their fundraising, or any contractor agreement. So this is how we work. And Juris Summit is all about delivering clarity, speed, strategy at the point where founders need it most. We don't just draft documents, we help build legally sound businesses, one decision at a time. And that's the gap we saw and the reason we are here.
So, on that note, how do you guys keep yourself updated with the new changes in laws in different jurisdictions, not only US? Like you just now said that you dealt with a client from Saudi Arabia, then other jurisdictions also. So, what is your way of keeping yourself updated and keeping your team updated as well?
So, what happens is, normally when we start our day, we start our day at 9 a.m. So, first half hour, particularly of mine, I look for all the US jurisdictions, the updates and everything. There are many newsletters which I have subscribed. Then I also have many attorneys, like we have a group with US attorneys to get the updates. Hey, what's going on? What's new? We talk normally like that. So I get updates from there. And on the other part, Sohan, he handles Indian jurisdiction, all the Indian and Asian. So basically, our first hour or half an hour is only to update ourselves with all the knowledge. And apart from this, what we do is set a meeting every 15 day or weekly, bi-weekly, and we exchange each other's knowledge. Hey, what's new? What did you see? What did you see last 15 days? Please share with us. What's up? and everything is online. So we keep a very friendly manner, very relaxed atmosphere, everyone to share his or her thoughts. So like that we exchange our thoughts and we keep updated.
Are there any specific reading materials or any channel which you specially look out for? Because there are so many of them. If you could name a few, it will be very helpful for the learners as well.
There are many channels, newsletters. See, it depends upon learner how they find it, how easy it is to get the knowledge from that particular newsletter or particular journal or everything. So it depends upon learner. There are many. If you Google it, you will find it. And there are many AI research tools. Or even if you go to LexisNexis or Westlaw websites, these are the websites where you get all the knowledge. Even if you type what's the update here tonight, if you even Google it, you will get an idea, you will get a list thoroughly. So not a particular channel or anything I follow, but it depends upon what exactly I want to see on that particular day. That's how I Google it, and there are number of websites and journals and everything.
So let's move ahead and understand how do you help the startups and SMEs, especially those that are led by non-US founders, but they are being navigated by US federal laws or state laws. How do you make sure that you explain those things, especially tax compliance and other overwhelming aspects of law, to your client and make sure that it has been taken care while you help their startup being established in US from scratch until the time they need your help?
Yeah, as you mentioned, that US federal and tax compliance may be overwhelming. And to simplify this is our job. So we simplify US federal and state tax compliances for non US funders by removing the overwhelm and breaking everything into clear and actionable steps. So, for example, we begin with a founder friendly roadmap. We draft a simple PDF, we simple agreement or like an information document, and that outlines all the key tax obligations across federal or state levels. So this includes important filings like the EIN, then Form 5472, then franchise tax and sales tax registration with its timeline and responsible parties that clearly indicated in that particular document. So, since we don't use a client portal, we ensure that accessibility and clarity by sharing checklists and guides over email and tools like Google Drive. We use that. So, founders can track their progress step by step. We provide all necessary templates where it's 83B election letter or a sales tax exemption certificate with instruction written in plain English. This is how we manage it. And for ongoing compliances as well, we partner with experienced CPAs. Like we have many CPAs in our touch and bookkeepers who specialize in cross border entities. So this is how we provide all the information to them. And once introduced, we stay in loop to ensure filings are accurate, then deadlines are met, and the startup stays in solid ground. So, as I mentioned earlier, also our goal is very simple: remove all the complexities, bring structure to compliances, and let non-US founders focus on building and remove that overwhelmingness.
So, over this course of action that you take for yourself and the way you have established your agency with your partner, and the kind of work that you are already doing, which is obviously in plain and simple English, it's overwhelming for anyone. How do you manage with your physical and mental health while you are doing all of this in different timelines? Because obviously, sitting in one timeline and working, but managing different timelines, having that presence all the time, that all 24 hours we are available for clients. How do you manage that particular aspect of your life where you have to take care of your physical health as well as your mental health?
Yeah, start your day with meditation and hitting a gym. That thing keeps me going all day because, as you have also already mentioned, that I have to keep aligned with every time zone and everything. So, obviously, this is hectic. This is not easy. But if you manage things properly, it's all about time management. We can't say we don't have time. We can't say that. We have to manage the time and then we will have time automatically. And for my mental health, I walk a lot. It gives me clarity when I walk. It clears my mind. Take a walk in nature for, let's say, 15 to 20, even 20 minutes, just one round or something. It will help you boost your thinking and give clarity what you are doing. And after every 2 hours, take a break of 10 minutes. It will boost your productivity, I would say. So we have to manage. I don't say no to anything. I say I can do it. So there is nothing that you can't do, I feel. You have to do. If you decide there will be a way, you will have to find out a way and you can do it.
You can do everything is an amazing understanding, and the way you are doing it, may you have all the success that you have planned for yourself. It's an amazing experience to understand how you have gone so far just by the sheer willpower of being able to do anything and everything under the sun. It's an overwhelming thought as well that you carry forward yourself with the thought of being able to do it.
One more thing, see, it's not easy to keep motivated and to stay positive all the time, because there were times in my life as well where I started this freelancing journey. There was time where I didn't get clients, I had to struggle. But the thing is, we have to keep going without giving up. This is the mantra. Don't give up. Stand back. There will be your time. You can't give up. That's it. You can't give up. You have to मेहनत करनी है आपको.
So you believe in apna time aayega.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
अपना
and
time अपन लाएगा.
oh, wow, amazing. Thank you so much for being so positive and absolutely clear understanding about what you want to do. It's an awesome conversation today, and thanks for being here. Thanks for giving us time. And thanks for letting us understand that how much it is important to keep on going and to keep on putting in the hard work plus smart work as well.
Yeah,
Thanks a
definitely.
lot, Priyanka, for being here. It's an amazing experience for us at Superlawyer team. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Divya ma'am, for providing me this opportunity and to share my thoughts straight away without any hesitation in front of you. Thank you so much, Super Lawyer team, for giving me this opportunity. Thank you so much.